What are you doing to make yourself more marketable? Are you taking responsibility for the successes of your career? Well, these are some questions that you may want to ask yourself, because there are many changes that are happening in companies today. Planning your career, it's essential in today's workplace. And first, I'd like to mention three different reasons why professional development is becoming a requirement for employees nowadays. The first one is job security. Now, those days of securely working at a company for many long years, that's pretty much gone now. A lot of companies now, they're being downsized, they're being sold, and then many times when those two things happen, or one or two of those things happen, it eliminates jobs. One of the reports from the mass layoff statistics reports, it said that the unemployment rate has been above 6% in the last 5 years. So we can see how there have been many jobs taken away. The second thing would be in the going up the corporate ladder. The organizational structures now, they're becoming flatter, so there are fewer opportunities for promotion within a company. Many times now, people will have to do things such as move laterally. I had a guy, one of my coworkers, his name is James Bass. He explained it to me this way. He said by moving laterally at his company, he was able to gain more experience, gain more contacts for his next position. So you can see that it's not always going up the corporate ladder that's the route to go. Nowadays, you may have to move laterally. And the last thing I'd like to mention is technology knowledge. There are fast advancements that require you to continue to upgrade your skills so you can remain current with your position. The workforce nowadays is becoming like a professional sport. If you don't continue to, you must continue to train yourself to stay on top of the latest skills that are out there. So I've mentioned those reasons as to why professional development is becoming a requirement for employees. Now I'd like to list some steps as to what a person can do to develop themselves professionally. The first thing that a person could do is analyze themselves. Analyze the things that you do, that do and do not satisfy you as far as aspects of work. Think back to times when you've maybe worked and volunteered for your community, or volunteered for a company. Another thing you can also do is, and this is something that I did myself, I bought a book. It was called "What Color Is Your Parachute?" And you can Google it to see the author's name, who's the author of the book. But the book helped me to determine aspects of work that I found to be satisfactory, and helped me to find out which industries I'd like to work in. The second thing you could do is try to seek input from others. Maybe you can talk with your supervisor or talk with other co-workers in your company and see if they can give you an analysis of how you've worked on different things that you two may have worked together. Maybe they can give you some insight as to you were strong in this area and you seem to really like this position or this assignment versus assignments that you really didn't like to work with. And the last thing that I could say is try to create a realistic plan for yourself. Now, when I say creating a realistic plan for yourself, what I mean here is that you're trying to figure out how to get from where you are right now to where you want to be in the future. And some examples of doing this would be maybe asking for new assignments. You could possibly upgrade your resume. Maybe join discussion forums on different topics that you like, that you find interesting, or enroll in university courses. So those are some other things. Those are some things you can do to possibly create a professional development plan for yourself. So in conclusion, I would like to conclude by just saying, create a professional plan for yourself. Don't just wing it. The workforce is becoming very competitive nowadays, and you want to make sure that you are the best candidate for a position that you currently have, and you want to make sure you're the best candidate for any position that you want to have in the future.